Somebody cue up the sad music, man, because when will it stop? The injury reaper is out there, and it seems like he's only targeting the Washington Commanders. As we got a small update today on wide receiver Terry McLaurin, and it says his status for Sunday is uncertain due to a quad injury. Let's talk about it.
Shout out to Juan Gotti Talking Sports. You know what it is.
Shout out Juan Gotti Talking Sports.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jayden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jayden Daniels' career, and he's already milking injuries? Like,
Niggas stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, and Shawty is the winner. You can tell that Shawty's no beginner. She's confident.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We on the Washington Commanders live stream, emergency live stream, that is, as our guy Terry McLaurin got an injury update somewhat, and contrary to popular belief, it probably isn't a positive sign, if we're being completely honest with you. Again, I don't want to ever come on here and be negative Nancy about everything, but the report says this per Adam Schefter: Terry McLaurin is uncertain to play in Sunday's game versus the Falcons, per Adam Schefter. Then when you go over here, shout out to Brandon, of course, the best Twitter page on Twitter that covers the Washington Commanders on fan page. You go here to Nikki Giavala, and Nikki Giavala, she says this: wide receiver Terry McLaurin is getting additional opinions on his quad injury per sources. Most players do seek additional opinions for their injuries before determining treatment. Dan Quinn said yesterday that he'll have a better sense of where all Washington's injuries stand on Wednesday. Nikki Giavala tweeted prior to this, though, that players often all the time do this. But I'm going to be completely honest with you, and I could be wrong. I could be jumping out on a limb, but this is just my honest opinion, just being a human and watching sports all my life. Anytime a player seeks additional opinions or a second opinion about an injury, that means they did not like what they heard from the first doctor. So they're saying, you know what, let's just go with an example. Let's just go with an extreme. I ain't gonna use myself because I don't want that kind of karma. But let's just say Randy has been feared to tear his ACL. Okay, Randy, that's bad news. But Randy doesn't want to hear that. Randy doesn't want to believe that. But it's feared to be a torn ACL for Randy. Randy says, you know what? Before I just say, okay, cool, whatever, it's a torn ACL, let me go to another doctor to just confirm that it is what it is. Sometimes he may give a better observation. That doctor may give a better observation. That doctor just may confirm what the first doctor said. You know what I mean? So, again, what I'm saying is about Terry McLaurin's quad is I don't know the severity of it, but uncertain, meaning his game time, or status for Sunday against the Falcons is up in the air right now. And then given the fact that he's going to seek an additional opinion, maybe means that it's not what he liked. And I'm going to be honest with you. Why us is all I have to ask, right? Like, we did so well with injuries last year. Really, the only major injury we sustained was Sam Cosmi in the divisional round and probably Jayden Daniels and Noah Brown. Like, those are the three that I can just remember vividly off the top of my head. This year, it's like every single game, at least 3 casualties, right? Like, we just lost Will Hurst for the season, broken leg. Percy Butler went down with a hip. Right? Like, you constantly are losing soldiers. And we talked all off season long about how good this depth is. It's getting tested early. Sean just went down with a concussion. We don't know the severity of his concussion. I'm sure we'll figure out all this stuff tomorrow. So again, nothing is necessarily confirmed. But anytime Adam Schefter steps in and breaks the news, it's one thing if John Kahn breaks the news. He's a trusted source, don't get me wrong. And this is what he does. But Adam Schefter, uncertain for Sunday? Last time he made a post like that, it was about Jayden Daniels. So I say that to say it sucks because it's like these are all our guys. Right? Well, think about it. No Terry McLaurin, no Noah Brown. You didn't have John Bates last week. So now your receiving core looks like Deebo Sam. It looks like summertime all over again. So I guess that's one positive is like we are technically prepared for no Terry because he wasn't here all summer. But it's like I don't care if Terry McLaurin has 1 catch, 2 catch, 3 catches. Him being out there is better than him not being out there. A team having to game plan for Terry McLaurin is better than a team not having to game plan for Terry McLaurin whatsoever because he's not in the lineup. You feel what I'm saying? So you lose a lot more than you gain in the situation in the time frame of losing Terry McLaurin potentially to this quad injury. And it's a quad, right? He's a receiver. Hamstrings, quads, ankles, calves, those areas of your body are ultra important for a receiver. Now, we may be getting our wish. We wanted Ja'Cory Brooks to come up to the active roster. Could potentially be getting that for a game. I don't think this is a long-term injury. But again, we'll get more status on it tomorrow when DQ speaks and gives us an update as we prepare for the Falcons. But it's definitely, it sucks. You don't know if 5 is going to play. My status was, hey, look, Mariota was perfect to me on Sunday. So 5 can sit out if he needs to. If he needs to sit out one more week, he can. That was my mentality going into it, knowing that we would have had Terry McLaurin, probably got Noah Brown back, potentially got John Bates back. But now it's like, damn, can we afford to have no Terry and no 5 on Sunday? Already with a beat up secondary? I don't know. I'm not sure. But, man, Injury Reaper ain't playing with us this year, y'all. Injury Reaper is on our tail this year. They say, look, hey, last year, we let you go last year. You know what I'm saying? Look, we let you go last year. You stayed healthy last year. But now, I got to get mine. I got to get mine. And boy, is he killing us or what? Is he killing us or what with these injuries, man? These injuries are adding up like crazy. They're adding up like crazy. Again, it's uncertain of his status on Sunday. But per Nikki Giovanni, as we refresh here, he's seeking a second opinion. And typically, when players seek second opinions, that means they didn't like what they heard from the first doctor or so. So, hey, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. Because looking at this receiving core with no Terry, it's Deebo and the guys. Again, like it was in the summertime. So, praying for the best. Praying for the best for Terry and hoping that it ain't nothing crazy, of course, but definitely sucks that he's banged up the way that he is. Of course, make sure you guys like the stream, like the channel, turn on post notifications, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Washington, we're banged up, man. We're banged up. We're getting tested. Adversity is hitting. Adversity is hitting hard. Whether it's injuries, it's performances, i.e. the Green Bay loss. Like, we're getting adversity early on in the season. I expect this team to bounce back. This team is battle tested. So I expect nothing to necessarily fall off. But of course, me reporting on everything with this team, I had to bring this to you. Now let's get to the comment section and read some of the comments about this again. McLaurin could be out potentially. Huge injury update. Quad. Per Adam Schefter, his status is up in the air. It's uncertain for Sunday. Mr. Washington. Shout out to Mr. Washington for the super chat. He says, I pray Terry's good. I do too. Look, we need Terry. You can say what you want about Terry. You can feel how you want about Terry at this current moment. Oh, statistically, he's not proven that he's worth that contract, so on and so forth. However you feel. But Terry McLaurin must be out there on Sundays. Again, you would much rather a team have to game plan and prepare for Terry than for them to say, hey, you know what? All we got to do is key in on Deebo Samuel. Because who's going to beat us? Chris Moore? Luke McCaffrey? That's how other teams are looking at us like food if Terry McLaurin isn't out there. So I'm hoping this second opinion that he's seeking gives him some better news, better updates, or whatever may have you, what he's looking for, because we need him. We can ill afford to not have Terry McLaurin out there, man. I'm telling you. We could ill afford to not have him out there. We need Terry. So make sure you guys, pray. Who you talking about? Go do your homework? What you mean, T-Rose? What happened? You talking about Eli? I don't know. Anyways, we're going to read the comments. Let me know what you guys feeling. K-Dog at work watching the stream. I appreciate you, K-Dog. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. At work as well. Okay, Nicole. Hey, I appreciate y'all. At work, tapping in. Hey, look, you know I had to jump on, man. This news, man. This is news. We're hoping for the best. We obviously are hoping for the best for Terry. We need him, man. We need him. I know people probably are upset at his lack of production thus far. Look, we need him, bro. All the Gold Podcast, what's up? What's up, Gotti? Huge fan. Hey, I appreciate you. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. All the Gold Podcast. Stop with the sensational. Hold up. That's a big word for me. You know, I ain't the smartest in the bunch. Regarding Terry, we saw what happened. What you talking about, though? Like, why? What do you mean? Stop this. We saw what happened. What are you talking about, bro? Oh, boy. Yeah, oh, boy is right. YT, Rennie. Oh, boy is right. Again, it's a quad. This is a receiver. He relies heavily on quads, hamstrings, calves, whatever you want to call it. Quad injuries need rest and be back. Scurry Terry missing the ATO game is okay. We need Scurry later on in the year. The most. Yeah. Good point. Gripping. Good point. Like, again, he's in the same boat as JD5. My thing is like, damn, we can win without 5 right now because Mariota is able to stabilize the offense. Obviously, he's shown that. But Mariota in there with no Terry. So now it's Deebo and the guys again like it was in training camp potentially. I don't know how I feel about that. You know what I mean? This is an Atlanta Falcons team that just got 30 put up on them by Carolina, one of the worst teams in the NFL. Shout out Donna B. 30-0. You know they're going to be filming. You know they're going to be pissed off. And you want me to be honest with you? Shout out to my guy Tech. We going to that game. I don't want to see to know Terry. I went to this game to see 5 and Terry. All right, I already can't see 5 probably. Now you're telling me I can't see Terry neither? I should stay at home. You know what I mean? Like, all actuality, we should be fine. Hopefully for at least a week without Terry. But it's like, damn, why y'all keep poaching at my guys though? It ain't like they tapping at the depth. They're poaching at guys that we expected to lean on heavy. JD5, Terry, Dietrich Wise, Austin Eckler. Who else? John Bates. Right? Percy Butler, special teams guy. Sean gets banged up. Trey gets banged up. Will Hurst breaks his leg. So now we got to go get Darnell Savage, who, again, if you didn't know, Jay Gruden wanted him. Jay Gruden wanted him back in 2019. Instead, may God rest his soul, Dan Snyder forced him to draft Dwayne Haskins. So I don't know. Maybe it's something with him, but it's just like, dang, man. All our guys, though, really? All of our guys, though. Like, injuries happen, but can you take some of the third stringers, man? You taking the first stringers, the second stringers, the third stringers. It's like, damn, Antonio Hamilton got to play key snaps for us now. Right? YT Rennie says, we need for all our games, but if he got to rest, then let him rest. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Again, this is the same precaution that we're taking like we did with Jayden Daniels. Terry McLaurin needs to miss a week. Okay, cool. It sucks. I borderline say Terry's a bigger miss or bigger absence than Jayden Daniels. And I know that may sound great. Juan, what are you talking about? That's our franchise quarterback. We just showed we can win without Jayden Daniels against teams like the Raiders, obviously, and teams like Atlanta. I think Marcus Mariota could play face. But now you're taking away his armor. Now you're taking away his supporting cast. Who else besides Terry can do what he did on Sunday? Got through the secondary. It was like, what, a slot fade? Should have had a touchdown. I'm hoping Jalen Lane could grow into that. But Jay Lane, he should have had 3 touchdowns. He dropped one. Perfect pass by Mariota, by the way. So it's like, you take Terry out of the equation. Now you got to rely heavier on Chris Moore. You got to rely heavy on Luke McCaffrey. Hopefully Jay Lane can step up, right? Like, and assert himself as a true weapon. Hopefully we get Noah Brown back. Like, golly, Noah, what's up, Noah? Like, we without Terry and Noah, like, those are our 2 outside receivers. Now, again, I don't want to come on here and like act as if it's confirmed that Terry's out. But again, just me being making an observation. Anytime a player wants to get a second opinion after he's been told his injury status, it's typically because they did not like what they heard the first time. Run game got us. Hey, shoot. Hey, look. Hey, if that run game percolating how it did on Sunday, you might be right. You might be right. We may not need to pass the ball. We started the game off with like 8 straight curries. Like, we ran the ball effectively all day long. So hopefully this run game got us. Shoot. If that's the case, we good then. But Atlanta's defensive line is good though, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. They gave Minnesota hell on Sunday. On the last Sunday. Yeah. Last Sunday. Not this Sunday that passed, but the one before that. So, man, we'll see. Terry got diva ways now. He never was like this before. Buddy Baker. Nah, bro. What you mean? What has he done to show you he got diva ways? Ebony. Miss Ebony, how you doing? It seems like this season is more injuries than anything. Exactly. Like with our team, you got so many injuries. Obviously, across the league, you got so many injuries. I think Nick Bosa just tore his ACL again yesterday or on Sunday. CeeDee Lamb got hurt. Obviously, Will Hurst broke his leg. So many injuries. And then the week before, Joe Burrow, it sucks, man. I hate injuries. I hate injuries. We were getting cooked all summer without Terry. This is bad. This is a bad hit. Look, we need him. We need him, Mill. We need him. I'm telling you. We need him. Like, already out Noah Brown. Now you're out your number one guy potentially. Again, we'll see. But could you imagine seeing an offense? Because I think now I need Jayden Daniels now. At first, I'm like, we could survive one more week without him. But shoot, no Terry. We need 5. We need somebody. Shoot, we need John Bates. Shit, somebody. Come up. Be good for a week. But this offense could potentially be without Terry and Noah Brown for week 4. Against a defense that I felt like Washington could have had some success through the air against. But now you're out Terry possibly. Now you're out Noah Brown. So now potentially Noah Brown again. So then that goes what? Who's your number one weapon? I mean, weapon obviously is Deebo Samuel, obviously. But who's your if we were to set it up as X, Z, and obviously Deebo being inside, your X would probably who? Chris Moore? Is that who we're looking at? Deebo as your Z and then Jalen Lane inside? And Luke McCaffrey off the bench? Like, is that what we're looking at? Is that our reality if we have no Terry? Woo, man, we need him. We need him. We a mesh unit. That's all right. Next dude up. I wish they would have paid that money to fill some weaknesses. Should have franchised Terry. I'm not gonna lie, Corvus. I don't think we should have franchised Terry because I think we paid him the right money. He deserved to get paid. He deserved to be here. I understand the stats aren't matching right now, his production, whatever may have you, but you didn't want a franchise tag. I'm telling you, because had he went out there and he's had a let's say a bigger year than he did last year, then you would have been like, oh, we should have paid Terry when we had the chance. Now we got to pay him more. You know what I mean? Or let's just say your franchise tag him. Now you're in the Kirk Cousins and Brandon Sheriff round where the thing could get messy. You didn't want to do that. Corvus, you didn't want to do that. I'm telling you. You didn't want to do that. We've already experienced that too many times in the past. With Kirk, with Sheriff, you didn't want to do that. T Rose, JD5 better start sliding knowing he not cut like that. T Rose, are you a Commanders fan or what? God, like damn. This your third comment and it's nothing but like negativity. You talk about Terry being a diva, you say JD5 not cut like that? Damn. What's up? JD5 ain't even get hurt. It's not even his fault he got hurt. He just tried to make a play, and then the dude hit him on his knee with a helmet. Like, you know what I mean? Lil C. White got a trade for a receiver. Who though? Who's out there? Let's take a look. Because this team clearly showed you in the past that they're not afraid to go out and sign some guys when injuries occur. Look at Darnell Savage, man. They immediately got him here. They immediately got him here because of injury. So I don't know. Again, it depends on the severity of the injury for Terry, how long he's going to be out. If it's like a 1 week injury, oh no, we're good. Like we don't have to sign him. We don't have to trade for anybody or sign anybody. But if it's like a multi-week injury, couple games, that's different, you know. And then maybe you have to sign. I don't think you should trade for a receiver because again, I don't know who's available in the trade block. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, Malik Neighbors said he tired of losing. He know that now I'm just trolling. I'll troll. I know we can't get Malik. But free agent wise, though, who's out there, who's available free agent wise, you have Gabriel Davis, Nelson Aguilar, Tyler Boyd, Brandon Powell, Jamison Crowder, who a lot of people feel like we should never got rid of. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still think about that to this day. Like, imagine this receiving core last year with Deebo, just adding Deebo in there. But it's Terry, Debo, Jamison Crowder, Dayami, Zacchaeus, and then you have Jalen Lane as the rookie and potentially Luke. I didn't say Noah Brown name, which is odd. Did I say Noah Brown? I don't think I said Noah Brown name. But like, I feel like that receiving core last year, you sprinkle in Debo, that would have put it top 10. We'd have been chilling. But Jamison Crowder's still out there. He's 32. I'm sure he's one call away. Maybe we call up JC Ice. Man. I don't know. Eli says Debo Samuel time. Oh, it's been Debo time. It's been Debo time, man. Debo's been amazing to start the year. Whether it's receiver, whether it's taking a handoff, whether it's kick return. He's been good. Exactly, Mill. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Seeking a second opinion, in my opinion, is never good. Again, when a player goes to seek a second opinion, that typically means they did not like what they heard, what they got from the first doctor. That's all I'm gonna say. And I don't know when he hurt the quad. I mean, it's easily to assume that he hurt it on the deep ball that he catch and he dove, he stretched out for the pylon. That's easy to say that, but I'm not sure. And now I'm a little bit nervous about the other injuries, like Trey, because I'm like, okay, they say Terry out with a quad. I ain't really paying no mind. I'm like, okay, it's a blowout, so hopefully they just pulling them just for to save him, right? Now I'm nervous. Like, what's the status on Trey's calf? What's the status on Marshawn's concussion? Right? Because now we could be down both of our starting outside corners, and that's like, ooh. Now I don't think Trey is going to miss it any time, but again, we don't know. It's easy to assume. We don't know. This ain't good, man. Look, the injury reaper out to get us, man. I don't know what we did. I don't know what we did to him. Man. But the injury reaper is out to get us, bro. What do y'all think we did to him? Who made him mad? Which one of y'all made the injury reaper mad? Huh? Let me know. Which one of y'all made him mad? Because now he ain't letting up on us. And we only in week 4. He ain't letting up on us. And it's probably one of y'all out there. Y'all was antagonizing him. Nah, I'm playing. But, man, if he's out multiple weeks, got to make a move for receiver. If he's out multiple weeks, I just say go get Jamison Crowder or something. Like, I think they would be more prone to get somebody that they're more familiar with. I know it's probably easy to say. Why? Gabe Davis has to really be bad, bro. He's only 26 and he's not on our roster. He really has to be bad. I mean, after that postseason he had with Buffalo a few years ago, it didn't turn out like it. I thought he was going to take a leap. Didn't happen. Tyler Boyd, nah, I'm cool. I really would rather only person on this list really I would want is Jamison Crowder. Now I could be wrong, but didn't we bring in LaJoy and Humphreys for a workout or something like that? I'm not sure. But the only person I'm comfortable with is probably Jamison Crowder, for being honest. Look, it's good. This adversity is hitting early. Wishful thinking. Maybe AP gets cheated to DC. I don't know, man. Look, they keep losing. Maybe that's a big splash we make at the deadline. I don't know. I doubt it, but look, I ain't gonna never shoot nobody's dream down. You feel me? Mill says if the Panthers crush the Falcons like they did, we should be able to pull out. Hey, look, Mill. I'm right there with you. But at the same time, that's a division game, right? Michael Penix had his worst game as a pro. How likely is that to happen again for 2 times in a row? They're at home now. Yeah, I'm not saying we ain't gonna win, but I would feel more comfortable if we got our guys out there. You feel me? Why did the Jags get rid of Darnell Savage? When I was doing my research, I think it was just like poor play. His play deteriorated over the years. Go do your homework. Sign Deontay Johnson. Nah, I'm cool. Only person I want is probably Jamison Crowder. Probably Jamison Crowder. NFL is anyone could beat anyone, any game. Got to take the Falcons seriously. You do. Look at the Browns. The Browns just beat the fucking Packers. I didn't even mean to curse. That was such a random curse. I just couldn't think at the time. But they beat the Packers. And the Packers were just being crowned as the best team in the NFC and the whole NFL at one point. Thoughts on Joe Witt Jr.? I like Joe Witt, man. I like him. Give him the whole season before you turn on him. Ja likes sports. Ja likes sports. Love your content. Fifth Commander King soon. Hey, I appreciate that. Ja likes sports. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Shout out to the Commanders Kings, man. Those guys killing it. Those guys are killing it. Ebony Wright, prayers up. Prayers up. Yes, sir. Jacory, TNB, we might have no choice. We might have no choice. You know what I mean? We might not have no choice but to call up Jacory Brooks, man. Honestly. Because with the way these injuries are hitting, whew, man, it's getting bad. I say get on the phone with Jamison Crowder right now. Get on the phone with Jamison Crowder right now. I'm ready right now. My guy Hassan. My guy Hassan. Shout out to my guy JG. You getting with Rico and ATL, screen and ATL. Hey, look, we'll see. I'll definitely hit him up to see if we can link up. That'd be dope. Meet my guy Rico after so many years, man. I've been watching Rico since since I started. I started in 2019, and again, those guys have been the people we've watched all these years. So it'd be dope to see Rico for sure. Hopefully we get the win for him because y'all know he can't stand the Falcons, man. He can't stand the Falcons, so it'd be cool to meet up with him. I am Black Mall. Hopefully Luke's last game. Yeah, look, I'm with you, Black Mall. I'm with you. I'm looking at Luke McCaffrey. I'm looking at Jalen Lane. I'm like, hopefully these two guys having their touchdowns are the start of something special for them, right? The confidence that they needed, especially with Luke McCaffrey. Hopefully this is a way for him to get more opportunities. Now, again, the way he may get more opportunities now is probably due to injury, which sucks, right? You don't want that to be the case or be the reason that he has to get more opportunities, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Hopefully he steps up. Exactly. We need Terry, need Noah out there too. Exactly. We need our guys. Again, whether you think he's living up to the contract right now or not, or you should have paid him, that don't matter. That don't matter. That don't matter. We need him. He's our best player on the team, on offense, outside of Jayden Daniels, of course. We need him. If Luke continues to progress, I like our chances even more. Hey, if Luke progress, that's going to make everybody in the fan base happy. I don't think there's a guy in the fan base that people want to see produce more than Luke. Brown just beat the Packers, so take no one lightly. Exactly. Rochelle Davis, how you doing? Hold on, missing TC. We know this was about to happen, man. I tell you, missing training camp definitely sucks, man. Because I already knew this was going to happen, though. Not injury, but I knew he was going to have a slow start. In my opinion, I don't think he's having a slow start because the first 2 weeks of the season, he could have easily had a bomb for a touchdown in week 1. JD5 was not good. Week 2, receivers weren't really getting open. And then week 3, he had a really good performance. So I don't necessarily think he's having like a slow start. Is he having like a super fast 100-yard receiving game start? Like, is he killing it like that? No, but he's been fine. And I definitely saw this coming, though, like a slow start, whatever. But yeah, man. What do you think about Darnell Savage for Junior? Former first round pick, 4.29, 4.3 speed safety. Watch his film. I'm hoping he still got some left in the tank. Again, 28 years old. If y'all don't remember, Jay Gruden wanted to draft him in 2019 over Dwayne Haskins. So we'll see. We'll see if he steps in and he gets quality reps, or are they going to go with Revo? You know what I mean? It's gonna be interesting to see. So I'm interested, definitely. Gotti, thanks for the shout out. Gotti, thanks for the shout out. I'm at work in my break, and I was thinking if Terry and Noah is out, do we make a trade for a receiver looking for agency? All the Gold podcast. Shout out to you. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Make sure y'all check them out. I don't think you make a trade though, all the Gold ATG. I don't think you make a trade because, again, I don't think this injury is significant enough. But again, look, I didn't think Will Harris's injury was significant. He ran off the field. You know what I mean? Turns out fractured leg. Damn. You know, so we have to wait to see what the test says, what the final word is. If it's like a 1 week, even 2 week rest period, no. But if it's like, oh, Terry might got to go on short-term IR, then maybe you bring in Jamison Crowder. That's the only guy that I'm looking at this free agent list. I don't know if there's anybody worth trading for at this point. So I don't know if you do that. Nelson Jerome, Dillard, winning without Jayden Daniels. We can do that. Because Mariota has shown that. Again, this isn't to say that we're going to win long-term things without Five. No. We're not going to win a championship without him. We need him for that. But what I am saying is he's able to miss a couple games. Mariota's like that. Now, when you start poaching at the things around Mariota to make him comfortable, make him like that, then that's when you have an issue. That's why I say at this point, I think losing a Terry McLaurin is more important than losing to Jayden Daniels. Because now Marcus is going to have to make magic happen with backups and Debo. Noah Brown, I need you worse than anything right now. Please. Shoot. Rambo. If Terry's out against the ATL, maybe Jalen Lane will get more reps. He'll get more reps regardless. He had a damn good game. Again, he should have had 3 touchdowns. That back shoulder ball by Mariota, oh, man. That was a beauty. Jay Lane got to come down with that one. But I ain't going to harp on the young fella too much about that. If Terry out against ATL made Jalen Lane get more reps, he says, who will start this week, Revo? I'm giving it to Revo. John. Did you saw him on that play? That one play he had where he ran, it looked like the running back had the easy first down. Revo came through, blew that joint up, bruh. I'm like, oh, yeah, Revo. Oh, yeah. Rochelle says, Ja'Cory Brooks time. Let's go. Hey, look, this ain't the way I wanted Ja'Cory to have to get up. But, hey, if Terry got to miss a game or two, we might not have no choice. If you ain't going to call up Ja'Cory Brooks, you got to go get Jamison Crowder, man. Because who else is on our practice squad receiver-wise? Let's take a look, actually. I can't remember freshly who's on our practice squad as a receiver. Practice squad commanders. Let me see. And if y'all are new, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. This stream and channel is sponsored by SeatGeek. Use promo code JuanGotti at checkout to get 10% off your first purchase. Again, use promo code JuanGotti to get 10% off your first purchase at checkout on SeatGeek. Now that we paid some bills, let's go ahead and look at this practice squad. So they got on here, they receiver-wise, they got Ja'Cory Brooks, and obviously Chris Moore is on the active roster. The only other receiver on this practice squad is Jacoby Jones. Do you call up Jacoby Jones? Probably not. So it's either Jamison Crowder or it's probably Ja'Cory Brooks. One more question, of course. Do you think we look at Stephon Gilmore for DB since he's available, maybe a 1-year deal? I wouldn't put it past this team to do so. Again, they just got Darnell Savage with the quickness. So I wouldn't put it past this team to do that. What I'll say is wait till we get word back from the injuries of Marshawn and Trey. Because if Sean, he got a bye waited for a concussion, but no word about him having one is out yet. Trey dealing with a calf, I don't think it's serious, but again, we have to wait and see if it is indeed a serious injury for either one, maybe, because again, now you're tapping into that starter, not depth starter, because now you're out Marshawn. But look, you can afford to lose one of them if we're being honest for a week. Because if Marshawn, let's say Marshawn's out with the concussion for this week, okay. Now Trey is your cornerback one. You put Mikey outside and Noah's your inside corner. Kind of like what we had last year. That's cool. You can survive. Antonio Hamilton, your backup depth guy, cool. But now if you're down both of them, that's a different story. We probably get Michael Gallup back. Nah, they ain't even bring him on a practice squad, bro. No, he's done. I'm good. YKM hasn't played yet. Is he hurt? KM. Who is KM? K Madrano? I'm assuming probably because he's a special teams guy right now. There's not really much needed for him as a on-field linebacker at the moment. Rambo, it won't be surprised if the NFL changed the rule. Every star player for every team stays healthy. Imagine primetime games with all backups. Look, we're getting that. Well, we almost got it. What? Monday night we got, what is it? Cincinnati and Denver. We got Cincinnati versus Minnesota on Sunday, and we saw how that was. So I don't think they change any rules because again, football it's a sport. Stuff happens, right? No one's getting hurt intentionally. It's sports. My guy says sip in K and do in sip know that. Lord, my bad. I'm not the best reader. I apologize. This what happens when you miss training camp, quad, and injuries. What you saying? He ain't warmed up enough, huh? Nah, man. It happens, bro. It happens. Almost every receiver who holds out or holds in suffers of some sort of soft tissue injury, SMH. Look, I didn't think his injury was going to happen. We'll see how serious it is or not. But, man, it sucks. It definitely sucks. Did the injuries curse us with the injury demon, man? That's what I'm saying. Like, shoot, bro. Shoot. We were so good last year with injuries, man. So good last year with injuries. And now we're cooked. Seems like we're cooked with injuries, bro. Let's see if we got any other update. Okay, so this is the play apparently that he may have. Yeah, look, I asked the question earlier in stream. I said maybe he got hurt on the play where he tried to score and stretch out for the pylon. And maybe this is it. If you slow it down. Nicky Giovanni said he didn't go in. He didn't go back in after this play. So maybe this was the play he got hurt on. But praying for the best for Terry for sure. For sure. Terry never had any of these injuries. as he attended early training camps his rookie year, except this year. They should have been paid him. Look, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Terry's never had injuries prior to this. Well, he had a concussion back in 2019, and he had the toe injury, but other than that, he's been relatively healthy. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good, Lucky. I ain't know that. I ain't know he cleared. That's bad. All right, so we good then. DB, we good. That Sean cleared protocol. That's good. I didn't hear that. That's good. Cool. The Eagles made him mad by cursing the wrong team. I think it's because we went to the conference championship against the Eagles last year. That's why. Nah, man. June TV says the fifth Commander King has been born. Lil Juan, first of his name. Hey, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Commanders Kings, man. They killing it. They definitely killing it. Shout out to the Commanders Kings and shout out to y'all. My man June, the fifth Commander King. Lucky. Terry's out. Go get Cheetah. Lucky, you want Cheetah. I feel like a couple of y'all want Cheetah, man. Hey, if we get Tyreek Hill, y'all gonna lose y'all mind. Oh my God. Y'all gonna lose y'all mind. We get Tyreek Hill. That happened. I know y'all gonna be running up and down the streets. Marshall not concussion protocol. DQ said, okay. Cool. I ain't know that. Bad. We good. Bill running back. Marcus QB1 going to Washington to Atlanta win the game with the Falcons. Probably. Trade Terry by deadline. I'll take first, third, and 2 seconds. The production to drama rate isn't matching. I mean, look, Terry hasn't had the breakout game yet. I mean, I still feel like he should have had a touchdown week 1. Got overthrown. I was there, so could have had 2 touchdowns. Jayden Daniels missed them. Week 2, everybody got locked up. Week 3 had a solid game, got banged up, right? My thing is, I know we probably expect, okay, Terry got his bread for him to take this extra leap. But right now, Terry's been what Terry has been over the course of his career, right? Terry's never been a guy that's going to give you $153 touchdowns, right? He's basically doing what he always has done. So in that case, if you felt that way about him in terms of wanting somebody that's going to give you some crazy production week in and week out, probably shouldn't extend them. But I'm not all for trading them. I'm not all for the drama stuff. I don't really. What drama? I mean, the off-season stuff again. Business isn't pretty. You feel me? So look, I'm not really into trading them. I mean, I don't know if anybody's gonna want to give up that much compensation anyway. I think Marcus Mariota has more chemistry with Lane and McCaffrey. I think Mariota has more chemistry with everybody. Honestly, I feel like the connection with him and Terry, even though it was 3 receptions, it was better than what we've seen from 5 this year thus far. Again, no shot at 5. we want him. We need him. Gurry says, I will say, Terry jogged to get the ball for Luke when he scored and jogged over there to give it to him. I'm not sure how bad it is. I'm just saying. Okay, so you was there. You saw it. That's interesting. Damn. Hopefully it ain't nothing crazy. Shout out from LA. Shout out to LA, the West Coast. Shout out to LA. You going to the game week 5, David, when we play the Chargers? You going to the game week 5 when we play the Chargers? Let me know. The receiver corps needs help for sure. Terry for Cheetah trade don't sound bad right now. Would they really do that though? Think about it, Dad. I mean, look, Terry's 30. Cheetah, what, 31? I mean, look, I don't know. That feels very Madden to me, like video gamey to me. Like, I don't know. But y'all want Cheetah, bro. Look, all y'all in here want Tyreek Hill. Now, the second we trade for Tyreek Hill, bro, y'all are going to go crazy, bro. Man, I mean, look, I don't know. To be quite honest, Hill fits us more than Terry. They just paid Terry all this money, though, bro. So they're not trading Terry, man. I have a hard time believing that to be the case. They're not trading Terry. Terry's gonna be here. Terry's gonna be fine. Love Terry. I feel like I'm not saying a lot of fans are acting brand new towards him, but my whole outlook on it is, which you're not wrong for. You expected him to take a leap this year in terms of game by game production. But if we're being honest about who we know Terry has been, Terry doesn't typically take off until week 4, week 5, for one. Terry's never been this person that gives you a consistent 100-yard game, 150-yard plus game. You know what I mean? That's not his game. He's a 5 for 73, 6 for 64, 4 for 39. Like, I know that don't sound good, right? Like, in a touch or two. Like, that don't sound good. I get it, but that's just who he's been. And that's who he is. We can't ask him to be somebody that he's not. We can't ask Terry to be Jamar Chase. We can't ask Terry to be Jettis. We can't ask Terry to be CeeDee Lamb. That's not his game. And if we felt like that, we shouldn't have extended him. Now that we extend him and he's not giving you the production that you wanted him to give you, it's like, can't be upset with it again. I'm fine with Terry right now. I am. I'm waiting. I'm hoping he's good. We need him. Whether you think he's been producing or not, we need him. So, like, yeah. Brooks looks good. We gotta see Brooks in we gotta see Brooks in regular season games. We gotta see Brooks in a regular season game, man, before we come to that conclusion. I think he'll be getting his opportunity by default now. He'll be getting his opportunity by default. Maybe. I say go get Jamison Crowder. What's good, bro? What's good, Herman? What's good, Herman? How you? Gurry says they already said Marshawn was clear. Okay, look, I ain't know that. I appreciate y'all for letting me know. Appreciate y'all. Scout Top Best Elite. Off topic, but make sure y'all vote Jalen Lane. Oh yeah. Make sure y'all go vote Jalen Lane. Let's do that right now. Actually, let's go do that right now. Actually, Pepsi, Rookie of the Week. Let's go ahead and do that right now. We about to vote Jalen Lane. Week 3. Let's go vote Jalen Lane, man. Hold up. Make sure y'all go vote Jay Lane, man. Hold on. I gotta switch the screens. Shout out to my guy LeBron for that. Let's go vote Jay Lane, man. Make sure y'all go and vote Jay Lane for Rookie of the Week. Where is it at? How do you do this? Okay, cool. Are we here? We logged in. Let's go vote Jay Lane for Rookie of the Week, man. Yes, sir. 5 punt returns for 127 yards and include a 90-yard punt return. Make sure y'all vote Jay Lane, man. But yeah. McLaurin confirmed outright. No, Big Money Sonny is not confirmed out. It's just on his status per Adam Schefter is uncertain. He's seeking a second opinion, but typically anytime a player seeks a second opinion, that doesn't necessarily vote well. Drama, he's not put. Yes, Kane Madrano. Let's see. That tush push is dangerous. Ricky McLaurin being hurt is exactly why we ain't paying him at first, getting older. I mean, look, injuries can happen to anybody, though, y'all. Like, a quad can happen to anybody. 17, 30, 25, 10. Like, you feel me? That's the same with Marshawn. Envision Northwest Stadium cheering Cheetah. Hey, look, y'all want that Cheetah, man. Y'all, hey, we get Cheetah. We get Cheetah, man. Y'all gonna go crazy. Y'all gonna go crazy. Funny how Eagles players born offense and no injuries with winning, but Commanders down multiple dudes and barely keeping up. Ouch. I mean, we're keeping up. We're 2-1. They're 3-0. We're 1 game behind them. We talk about. Terry starts slow. He'll his number. Yeah, his number. He'll hit his numbers for this money. That's the thing. Like Terry, again, this is him. He does this every year. Like he's never been a guy that has given you 150, 2 tuds, 3. Like that's not his game. Do we want it to be? Like, of course, right? But that's just we're asking him to be somebody he's not, you know, and. Terry didn't go back in because we were beating the hell out of the Raiders. Terry was jumping up and down, running up and down the sideline after he made that touchdown that should have been called back. He's playing. All right, okay. I'm taking your word for it. I'm taking your word for it, JP. I'm assuming you were at the game because you saw him. I'm gonna take your word for it. Again, right now his status is uncertain. That doesn't mean he's playing. It does not mean he's not playing. It's just uncertain. It's up in the air. I'm taking a guess that it's not good because anytime players seek a second opinion, that means they don't like what they heard from the first guy. Feel me? Yes, sir. My oldest bro, a Chargers fan. So oh, yes, sir. David, let's go. I love to hear it, man. I love to hear it. Y'all don't know ball. Y'all don't know football. One in Cheetah over Scurry. JD5, Debo Samuel, Jalen Lane, Tyreek Hill, Terry is super scurry defense. Have to consider trading for Tyreek if he's out multiple weeks. But I love how we're making it seem like it's just so easy to trade for Tyreek Hill, though. Like, have the Dolphins even discussed trading Tyreek Hill? Last thing I heard was Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, said he was keeping everything intact, i.e. not firing Mike McDaniel, not doing anything with Tua right now. Maybe he requests a trade later on. He is frustrated, I'm more than certain, but it's just not that easy to pay Cheetah. Like, oh yeah, take Terry, we get Cheetah. It's not that simple, I don't think. Could be wrong. My thing is we extended him to take a leap, not because of what he did in the past. If we wasn't going to treat him like an elite wide receiver one, we should have never paid him. That's why I'm cool with trading. I get you. I understand that point. I mean, look, to me, that just sounds like coaching. I'm gonna be honest. That sounds like coaching. That doesn't sound like on Terry right there. We extended him to take a leap, not because of what he did in the past. Okay, so Terry's out there every week. I'm sure if we watch the film again, I told you I was at week 1. He should have had 2 touchdowns. You was at week 3. I don't know. Haven't looked at the film fully. Only watched the film back for Chris Paul, who had a damn good game. But I only watched Chris Paul. So maybe you could speak to how he was looking out there better than me. But him not taking a leap thus far, I feel like it's on the coaching staff, not using him, not getting them the ball in space, not putting them on those screen routes, not end arounds, quick slants. You can do so much with Terry, and they seem to not have done that. So, I mean, I feel you, but if I was to read your comment and breaking it down, I would probably say that's more on the coaching staff than it is Terry at this point. And who's to say things would be different with Cheetah? Maybe more than certain. I mean, I would like to assume so because it's Tyreek Hill. But again, that sounds like a Cliff problem more so, let alone a Terry problem. You feel me? I'm not hyped over Cheetah. Too much drama. Yeah, a lot of people say Terry's drama all of a sudden that's drama right there with Cheetah. We know how he is. Between his on the field antics, in the locker room, family stuff that tends to come out, like that's drama right there. If we're being honest. Terry gonna be fine, start slurry. Exactly. That's why I'm like, this is who Terry is. This is who Terry is. Like, we know who he is now. Again, we're asking him to be somebody that he's not. I've came to that realization probably last year or the year before. Like, Terry will never be Justin Jefferson. Terry will never be Jamar Chase. Terry will never be Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that says a lot for me because I used to go tooth and nail. Give me Terry over Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra is different. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You got to talk some sense to these people, Juan. Look, I ain't got to talk no sense into them. Everybody ain't got some ball knowledge. We love our team. We all know ball. At the end of the day, we just have different opinions and views on what we want for our team. But at the end of the day, we all root for the Burgundy and Gold, and we all want them to win. That's simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got to talk no sense into them. Everybody got a right to their own opinion, man. You feel me? Trey Amos is already the best cornerback on the roster. He almost broke the turnover streak. Exactly. Him and Will Hurst. They should have had to pick either one of them, and that joint drop. Tyreek Hill's on the market. Okay. All right. Hey, look. All y'all want Tyreek. If it happens, all right. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not against getting Tyreek Hill. You know me. I just think from like man, it ain't gonna happen. You gotta show me. Like, you gotta show me this is real. This is gonna happen. You feel me? I can't put it past this organization to make anything like that happen. I just doubt that they would trade Terry. Like, it just doesn't make sense. What was the point of trading? I mean, what was the point of paying them if you're just gonna trade them a month later? Like, if that was the whole case of when they were talking about trading them in the offseason, should have did it then. But now you pay them up to $96 million, and now you trade them a month later. Like, that just don't make sense. So the trade for Tyreek Hill itself is not impossible. I could see that happening, but involving Terry McLaurin in the trade, I don't see that happen. That would just be like, what was the point of paying him? You feel me? So we'll see, though. We'll see. I wouldn't trade for Tyreek Hill. Let Chris Moore, Luke McCaffrey, and Jalen Lane step up. Hey, look, Chris Moore's starting to grow on me, man. Between his 1 to 2 catches he make per game and his plays that he make on special teams, that boy Chris Moore, he like, hey, look, let that preseason thing go with me, man. I don't play good in preseason, man. When it matters most, that's when I step up. That's how Chris Moore coming. Pause. He says, F it, call up Jags and ask for BTJ. Trevor don't like him, barely giving him the ball. They say BTJ dealing with some confidence issues, man. But look. Oh shit, hold on. We got some more news. This on 5. Nikki confirms that report, confirming the report that Jayden did wear a large brace around his knee. Daniels was seen wearing a large brace around his knee while in the locker room last week. He wore it again when he arrived to the stadium on Sunday and joined the team on the sideline nearing their win. So he did wear a brace. All right, so JD5 was in a brace. Again, I don't know what that means for his likelihood to play on Sunday. But I told you how I'm feeling. Keep him out one more week. If Mariota showed us he can do it. He can do it. He can do it. So keep him out one more week. For sure, keep him out one more week. If it's like that, I'm like, damn, no 5, no Terry. Damn. It's week 3. Can we relax on Terry, bro? We're gonna miss by 5 and have 50-yard reception on Sunday. Relax. I've already came to the understanding of who Terry McLaurin is. That's why I'm not overreacting, or that's why I'm not like, oh, trade him. Oh, he's not living up to the contract. Well, one, like you said, Ricky, it's week 3 only. And two, this is who Terry is. Terry will never be who we thought or who we want him to be in terms of crazy production. You know what I mean? I'm fine with keeping Terry. Now, if you can find a way to make a trade for Cheetah without giving up Terry, that's different. But I don't think it makes no sense to trade Terry McLaurin after you just paid him. Shouldn't have paid him if you was going to trade him. Nothing on Jerry Rice's son. I don't really heard anything about that. I'm against the Tyreek for Terry. Lil CY says Nikki reported that Jayden Daniels did have a lot. Yeah, I saw it, man. I just put up on the screen now. Nah, rocking the front cap is trash. You always got to rock it to the back. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I saw it, man. It's on the screen now. That sucks. Again, hopefully it's not nothing too serious again. They've already said that they're going to be doing exactly what they are going to do with them in terms of taking it slow. So again, I'm a part of keeping them out one more week because Mariota can do it. But no Terry, no Fab, no Terry. That's gonna hit different. I ain't gonna lie. Terry, Jayden, and Bill will win a Super Bowl together. I guarantee it. Let's go, lazy. Let's go. Let's get it done. Hassan says we have money for free agent after tons with contract restructuring. No need to trade anyone. I say go get Jamison Crowder, man. Like right now, if we're talking emergency, somebody that needs to go fill in and help you out, it's JC, bro. That's the only person I could see. Believe this is more than this week's thing for Jayden Daniels because many sources believe that this is more than 1 week thing. Could be. He technically, because he got 1 week off this week. Next week he'll get another week off. Maybe it is, man. Worst thing I want them to do is rush him back. That's the worst thing that can happen. So I say keep him out as long as you need to make sure he's good for the long haul. Let's see here. Marvin Harrison, we need to get. Now I'm good off Marv. They're not going to trade Marv. It's only his second year, but he hasn't been living up to that draft pick. I'm good off Marv. Red Breeze says I just saw a tweet that by Tom Pelissero that says that second opinion is for treatment. I did see that too, but I mean treatment options could mean a various things. Red Breed, you feel me? It could mean how should he attack his recovery, rehab? Should he play? That's the biggest thing. That's why it's up. That's why it's uncertain for his status on Sunday. Because a second opinion could necessarily just mean that, oh, it's a quad injury and this is the severity of it. Now I'm gonna go to another doctor to hopefully hear some better news about the quad injury. We already sustained it's a quad injury. Maybe again, what Terry didn't like was maybe he didn't like what he heard from the first doctor in terms of his treatment options, his recovery process, what the doctor recommended. So now he's going to a second doctor to get a different recovery plan or something that more tailored towards what he likes. You feel me? So that could be an option as well, you know. But as much as I want Terry out there, I need him. Do exactly what you're doing with Jayden Daniels. Again, it's early in the season. Keep him out for this game if need be. Keep him out for next week if need be. It sucks, but you'd rather have him for the long haul than not have him at all. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. That's what it is. You know? Quad could lead to Achilles. Quad and hamstrings could lead to ACLs. Look, just be smart. That's all I say for this organization to do is be smart. Whether it's keeping Terry out, whether it's keeping him out for a week or two, or he's good, just limiting him in practices or no practice. We'll see. We'll get a better understanding of where we are injury-wise tomorrow when DQ speaks and the team goes out for the first practice of the week. But right now, Terry McLaurin is dealing with a quad injury, and his status for Sunday is uncertain per Adam Schefter. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti, thank you for rocking with me. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Check out the sponsor SeatGeek and use promo code Juan Gotti to get 10% off your first purchase. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. help this channel grow and get out to more people that love the Commanders just like us. I'll catch y'all later. As always, me boy Juan Gotti. I'm out. Peace.
Ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a line.